everyone, it's Laynie, and how are you guys doing today? I hope you are having a beautiful day so far. Really, I do. If you are new to my channel, let me start by saying welcome. If you are returning to my channel, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. You guys, I had to test this out. I fell for it. I was like, no, you don't need any more foundations. And then I saw my friend here on YouTube, Catherine. Girl, if you're watching, I'm gonna butcher your last name. Abayomi? Oh, gosh, I'll link her down below because I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry. But she tried this out and her skin looked flawless. And it looks so natural. And I have been into really natural looking skin with the help of makeup. A natural looking complexion. I don't know. Something about as I'm aging, maybe I'm becoming more okay with my complexion. I don't know, but I was like, that looks so nice. So yes, I had to try out the Nars new Radiant Longwear Foundation. This baby comes in at $49, so it is not cheap. I have been color matched by Sephora in the shade Mont Blanc, so yes, I'm quite pale right now. I believe there are 33 shades, which I think is amazing. This is not supposed to oxidize. It's supposed to last for 16 hours. It says it is good for all skin types, including oily. If you're new to my channel, I am usually oily, but you guys, this winter weather has been mean to me. Very mean. And I've been battling a little dryness, and I don't know how I feel about that. It is a medium to full coverage, and it is supposed to be extremely natural looking. Before I start rambling totally, if you want to see me dive into this foundation and see how it works on me, I might be wearing it right now. I am. So if you want to see how I feel about it, then just keep watching. I came in lighter than I thought I would. I got color, gosh, my brain is not working. Okay, I was color matched at Sephora and they put me at L2 Mont Blanc, so I am pale AF. Dang it, winter. It says it's a unique combination of translucent base with micronized amino acids, coated pigments, and mineral tone balancing powders mimic skin's tone, fusing it with the closest match. Ooh, it has a blend of raspberry, apple, and watermelon extracts to support skin's elastic fibers. Alright, I'm ready to try this out. And I'm going to try it with a sponge. I don't know, this could be a bad idea. If you guys have used this, what is your favorite way? But I'm just going to try a sponge. Actually, pause. I am going to try a sponge, but I think I'm going to put it on my skin first because sometimes I feel like applying directly to the sponge, it absorbs so much product. So one pump is a very small amount. Hello, hair. Thanks for getting in there. Definitely some pigmentation there. I have a feeling I might not love this with a sponge. I'm not sure because I hate wasting a ton of product because this stuff is not cheap. But that does look extremely skin-like. That was one pump. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to try a brush on the other side because I'm just not sure. I am going to use this small contouring brush by Luxie, but I actually really love it for foundation, especially kind of liquidy foundations. This one is a nice mix between liquid and a thicker consistency. It's not overly watery, which I do enjoy, but it's not as thick as like a really heavy duty foundation like Kat Von D, if you've ever used that. That's a pretty thick formula. I do feel like with a brush I'm really covering a lot more area. That looks a little pale. That is the only downside to the Hourglass primer. I feel like it makes me look paler. I mean, it's in the viewfinder, it seems like a decent... In the viewfinder, it looks lighter than it does when I'm looking in the mirror. I do feel like this is one I'm going to have to warm up. Ooh, that's pretty light. That was like 1.5 pumps, and I still feel like I need just like a little bit more. So it's kind of like a half pump there on the forehead. So I'm going to do one more over here, and I'm going to go back to the sponge because I do love the way a sponge makes foundation look. It just looks so pretty on the skin. If you use a sponge, you're definitely going to use a little bit more product. Both sides do look really good, but I do think I like the looks of the sponge shot. I cannot talk today. Oh my goodness gracious. I do like the looks of the sponge side a little bit better, but to save product, you could always blend it out with a brush and then pat over top with a sponge to get a more flawless finish. This looks extremely natural. Wow. I am impressed with that. This looks so natural on my skin. I truly cannot believe how natural it looks. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really feel like besides the fact that this color is a closer match to me than my Too Faced, let me grab it. These, when you put them on, look extremely similar. This has a much better color range. This color range was a struggle for me. There was either way too pink of undertones or too yellow. Like the undertones are really strong in this and there's not very many color selections. This one has a huge color range, so the color matching on this is better, but the finish is really similar. For concealer, since I am doing Nars Foundation, I'm going to go in with my Nars Matte Concealer. I'm thinking that these two could be a really good pair because when it starts to get a little bit warmer out and I start getting a bit more oily, I could drag this down into this T-zone area to try to keep it a bit more matte throughout the day. So far, I'm really obsessed with the feeling of this foundation. I really like it. I'm going to go ahead and apply my bronzer and all of that good stuff, and then I will check back in with you guys before I head out for the evening. So I have gone ahead and applied my bronzer, my contour, my blush, my highlight, finished everything. I must say, I feel like things applied very nicely over top. Let me grab a mirror here. I did forget to mention earlier that I think I might have mentioned it, I might not have. I used the Hourglass primer underneath, and in person I look like the color looks very good. In the viewfinder it looks a little light, so I'll see when it comes to editing how that really looks. But I do feel like that primer worked really nicely underneath, and the reason I picked it is I didn't want to pick a primer that was really like mattifying or pore filling because I wanted to see how this foundation really works. As I was applying it, I was falling in love already. It looks so natural. It went on so nicely. It feels so light on the skin, but the coverage is there, and it looks very, very, very skin-like. If I didn't have blush and bronzer and all of that on, I really think I could pass for not wearing any makeup. The foundation is grabbing a little bit in my forehead lines, but it always does. I mean, it's not terrible. But I do have forehead wrinkles, so it is a little bit in there. Other than that, it doesn't really look like it's caking. It doesn't look like it's sitting weird at this point. It's probably been about an hour since I put it on. The color still looks really true to when I first put it on. My bronzer applied really nicely over top. I will say I felt like it tugged a little bit, so next time I would probably use a light dusting of powder over everything because there is a bit of a tackiness to this foundation. I do want to give you guys a very, very close-up shot of my skin because I do know my camera can kind of make my skin look nicer than it really is. I want to be totally honest with you guys on how this foundation looks. I'm going to go ahead with my evening and check back in with you guys later tonight. Hey guys, I'm back. I just got back from dinner with my friends, and I would say I've had this foundation on now for probably 5.5, 6 hours. I did get a late start today because I had to go to Sephora to pick it up. And honestly, so far, I feel like it's wearing very well. I do have oily skin, so I am seeing some of my oils showing through. I'm sure you can see that on the camera in the T-zone area. But it's not bad. But I think my oils are wearing really pretty on this. It still looks very natural. I do feel like my pores look really good in this foundation. I didn't use a pore filling primer. My texture of my acne scarring is a little bit noticeable because it does have a bit of a luminous finish to it now that I've worn it for a while. So I do feel like some of my texture right in here is a bit noticeable, but not terrible at all. I still really like how this looks because I love the look of natural skin right now. I'm really into it. I think this is a foundation I would struggle with in the summertime. I feel like if I really powdered and carried my Blotterazzi with me in the summertime, I could still rock this foundation. But for winter, I feel like this is like an A++++ for my oily skin. If you have dry skin, I think you would really like this foundation, especially if you paired it with a dewy finishing mist like the Tatcha spray. But there are more affordable ones out there. That was just the one that came to mind. I feel good wearing it. Now, I didn't get to wear it for 16 hours. If you guys want to see me do a 16-hour wear test, I would be happy to do that for you because I usually wear my foundations for a very long time. So if you want to see that, let me know. But so far, I really like this. I do think this is a really nice foundation. Like I mentioned earlier, if you'd like to see a side-by-side test of the Peach Perfect Too Faced foundation and this one, let me know too, because I do feel like the finishes are quite similar. But I really am enjoying this foundation. I do think it's a really nice foundation. It is not a cheap foundation at all. It's a bit pricey, but very, very nice. If you guys have tried out this foundation, don't want to break it. If you guys have tried out this foundation, please let me know your thoughts down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I would love, love, love for you to be part of my YouTube family. Really, I would. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All 3 places because I love getting to know you guys better. And as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.